Today's the day. We're finally changing the taillights on the 944. I'm so excited. It's been long overdue. Let's just get right into this video. Super excited because I bought two new genuine Porsche taillights that look so much better. You probably saw it on my TikTok and Instagram if you follow me there, because it's a safety hazard. It's leaking water and they're cracked and they look horrible. So I really think this is going to accentuate the back end of the car like crazy. My DJI Osmo is sitting on a tripod that is not mounted right now, and I heard about this shut off and I was so worried it was going to just fall over. One more thing though before I get started on this, I have looked everywhere for instructions on how to actually change the taillight seals on here, and there's not too many videos on there. So I'm gonna actually show you guys how to do that and actually install them, not just remove them. Although there are instructions online and I've seen a lot of things and people talking about it. I just am a very visual person, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are out there. So I'm gonna show you actually how to do this. So before I can get started, I have to open up the hatch and get everything out of here because all the taillights and all that are back here, and I have to remove the carpet back here. And this is gonna be kind of difficult because the hatch doesn't stay. So let's get the taillight. Let's get all the boxes out of here first. That one's empty, by the way. Don't worry. So is this one. This one, however, is not so gentle. Now I gotta get the side pieces as well. And they don't have to come fully out. They just have to get out of the way. I'll have to be very careful because the little pins right here are plastic, very brittle. So the reason for replacing the whole taillight housing is because the taillight seals themselves are actually going bad, and they're pretty much just non-existent at this point. You can see all of the water here, not really as much. You can see the water stain there. If I zoom in, maybe you can kind of see it there. And then here's the passenger side. You can see it is also very dirty. There is a little bit of water standing there, but not too bad. But I know the moment I open this up, a lot of water is going to come out. So I got to be careful of that. Both taillights have cracks in them, especially the passenger side one. You can see there's a major crack right there. And then this has water actually sitting in there still. So if I compare that side to that side, this side does not have water in it and that side does. So I figured with the cracks and them just looking really bad, I might as well go ahead and replace them while I'm at it. So I'm pretty sure I only need a 10 mil to actually get these off, but I do know I'll need a plastic razor blade, possibly a metal razor blade, but I'd be careful about doing that. Some goof off or goo gone, whatever. And then they pretty much just come right out and you replace them. So let's start with the passenger side one. I'm only gonna show you how to do it once because literally what I do to this side, I'm gonna repeat on this side. But let's just take this drain off here and then unplug the taillights. So you just unscrew this little thing right here and this whole thing slides out. You got all of your taillight bulbs here and then the whole circuit as well. You are gonna have to unplug it, but you might not be able to fully unplug it, so just keep that in mind. I'm gonna carefully set that off to the side and try not to break it. And there's gonna be, I think there's 6 bolts around here. Just unscrew them all and then it should pop out from the back side. And it does appear that there are washers that are supposed to come with this, so make sure you get that. Okay, getting some movement here. Oh God. Jeez Louise. Now the most important part is to get all of this old seal off of here and clean it up as best you can. I'm gonna go crazy deep in cleaning the inside as well because this needs a lot of attention. Okay, now the taillight is completely clean, but I want to show you guys one other thing I'm going to do while I'm in here, because I hate to go putting those fresh new taillights on here and then have all this other crap in there. So I took out all of the tools, the jack, and then the spare tire, and I'm going to be cleaning all of that out. To be honest, I don't want to see that, and I don't want it to be a problem. Plus, it continues all the way up through to the taillight, and I got to clean all that out, and I got to get this all cleaned up, and I want to make everything look perfect. The other thing I'm going to do as well is touch up the paint right here, because you can kind of see that it's fine when the taillight lens is on there, but this little edge right here is what's gonna worry me. So I'm gonna touch that up. So I'm gonna get to that first. While that's doing that, I'm gonna clean the inside, let it dry. Then we're gonna go ahead and put everything back together on this side before I even touch this side. So I went ahead and pulled the panel from the back of the housing. This is the one that holds like all of the lights on there. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up because there's some pretty bad rust right here where the water was actually coming through, and this was, funny enough, the housing that had all the water in there. So I'm gonna clean that up before I put it all back together. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and install the seal now. And remember, I did get genuine Porsche housing, so they do make an aftermarket option so you don't have to get these. And then the taillight seals themselves, I went ahead and picked them up from only944.com a long time ago, well before I had the housings themselves, because I was gonna do the taillight seals, and then recently I figured let's do the housings. Seals are gonna look something like this. It's a rubber seal that's really just gonna wrap around this. So I'll kind of show you what I mean here before I actually do it. So if you come to this side, you're gonna see this groove right here where there's basically a border on each side. So you're gonna want to get the taillight seal in there, and then you see the curve right here. It's going to wrap around this way, come around here, kind of come follow around here, and then curve right back, and then meet all the way back up at this curve right here. I would use this as a guide just because it is on both sides. On here, you only have the border on this side, and then over here, same thing, only the border on the one side. And one other thing I'll note is that when you wrap this around here, I know this is a very rough wrap, you're gonna notice that it is much longer than it needs to be. So you wanna leave, they say, about 4 millimeters of extra length. You can kind of scrunch it up together at the end, and then you don't have a leak. Because if you end up doing this and there's a gap, you're gonna have a problem. Now it's time to take the scissors and actually cut it because I'm at the end. Maybe go just a tad bit more here, being very careful. And just like that, that taillight lens is on and this one needs replaced. But if you can see, there's a massive difference. So I knew that doing the taillight lenses was gonna make a huge difference on the car, really help accentuate the paint, make everything look nice. And I think I'm right. I know that one's in the sun and this one's not, but there is a massive difference in how clear this one is, how much brighter. So I'm so excited to get this one done. Also, a little tip when you're doing this is that I notice that the taillight housing doesn't fully go on initially because of the new seal. So you really have to be, you know, kind of doing a star pattern all the way around in order to get it to go on there. You just got to take your time tightening it up. Don't go too crazy on one bolt at a time, and just make sure that you don't go too tight overall. Now it's time to go ahead and get this one replaced, but I'm not going to show you how to do it because it's literally the same process as this one. But let's go ahead and start the time lapse getting this one done. So I just finished up getting both taillights in, and you can see they look so much better. So I'm gonna turn the car on so I can see the taillights and see how well they work. So I completely forgot to film an outro when I was done with the video, but the taillights turned out absolutely great. I'm really happy with them, and I hope this helped some of you guys or anybody out there who's looking to get new taillights or just replace the seals. You know how to do it now. Also, I'm filming on my new iPhone that just came yesterday, and I think it looks really good, and I'm gonna have a lot more videos coming on this on my Instagram, TikTok, and maybe I'll do a full YouTube video on this phone. But that's all I have here for you guys this week. I really do hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like, make sure to share this with your friends, and make sure to subscribe down below because there's plenty more videos coming where this came from. And I hope to see you guys next week. So make sure you guys drive safe, and I love you guys.